Hello everybody, on to day 18, and here's my book, and I just wanted to show you this. I'm about halfway through, and it's starting to look pretty full. The only really deep page is this page where I put that snowflake and then I put the jewel on top, and I'm not sure if this gets too full. I might actually take that jewel off because it's really thick, whereas if I didn't have that, I think the book would sit a little bit better, and maybe I'll just find something flat or more flat, like a sequin or something, to go over the top of that. But I'm going to leave it for now and make that decision as I get closer to the end. So I have I'm on day 18 today. If I go through the first, I just counted, I think I have 20 more days to go, so I literally am about halfway through. So I'm really glad I got this big binder because, oh my gosh, that is huge. And this probably yesterday's entry was probably the most photos I'll take. I took a ton of photos for today, but so I'll talk a little bit about today. So I mentioned this yesterday, my mom, my sister, and I did a bakery tour yesterday of a city near where we all live. It's a food tour company, and then at Christmas they do an ethnic bakery tour, which was amazing and wonderful. I love sweets, but oh man, I was oversweeted. I didn't even sample something from every bakery, and we were given a little treat bag, and even like whole things, like a whole piece of pie to take home with us, and we were given a whole Stollen, if any of you know what that is. It's a German sweetbread, and we were given just cookies and just crazy amounts of things. So and a king cake. That's the other thing. We went to a Hispanic bakery and we were given a king cake that was like this big. It was huge. So anyway, at least huge as a sample from what I was thinking. Anyway, here's a picture of the three of us. We met at a donut shop to start the tour, and then so I took a picture of us here, and my mom is holding a chocolate peppermint donut. So it was a chocolate donut covered in, sprinkled in peppermint candy pieces and frosted. It was amazing. I did eat that. And then this is a picture of some of the cookies in the Italian bakery that we went to. So I have pictures of every storefront and something in each of the I think in each of the bakeries except for one. And what I probably should do is take a picture of my king cake, because that's the bakery I forgot. So that would be pretty easy for me to just, take that out. It's actually in the freezer at the moment just because there was so much. But I could take that picture and have it ready. So anyway, instead of doing all of those photos today, I am later on going to do a 2-page spread and somehow figure out how to get all of those photos, or at least, a photo. We made 5 stops plus the donut shop. So anyway, I'm going to figure that out later on, and maybe eventually you'll see that layout. So, and now there's my finger in this photo, so I'll have to cover that. Here's the 2 photos I'm going to use. Here is yesterday's entry, which was actually 3 pages in my book. But this is the facing page, which was just the story of dinner out that night. So as I always do, I'm going to bring that up. Oops, I put my book away and I'm going to want it back. So I'll bring that up. And what I've decided to do, because I have one, not quite 4x6, it was taken horizontally on my phone. So it's like, I don't know, 4 by 5 3/4 or something like that. And then a 3x4 photo. So I think what I'm going to do is echo this page again. And I'm kind of excited about that because I haven't used a lot of my 4 by 3.5, and I'm looking through. This shows you I have done almost no 4x4 photo pockets this year because I have lots of those pages left in here, and I have none of the one that I need. So, oops, just hit a dish there. It's a noisy video today, I guess. I just keep my spare snap pockets in just a folder right underneath my desk. The reason I have so many is I'm doing a pocket page scrapbook for my sister as well of my nephew's wedding. So I have a lot of different lot of those little alternatives. So I'm going to grab, and I hope I have some of those refills. Oh, there. Okay, well this is going to be different than I imagined because I don't have any of those refills. I only have the 4x4s and a lot of the 6x8 planes and the 4x6s. So I'm going to make a note to myself that I need to order some, but I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab that book that's for my sister, and I'm going to grab the a 3x4 page out of it. And I'll have to open it because it's brand new. So I have the Becky Higgins Project Life Snap Binder here, and it has no pages in it. Okay, well, so now I need to figure something else out to do and maybe get an emergency order in of some of these page refills, which I will do this morning. But, okay, so that plan is not going to work. So my next thought is what I am going to do is do something that looks a little bit more like a traditional 3x4 layout. And I'll have to remember that I have the 4 3x4s, but I can't do that kind of arrangement right now. So what I'm going to do, and I guess this is probably a good thing. You know, I thought I had plenty, but I didn't. So it's kind of a good thing for you to see how do you do this on the fly when you discover, oops. So what I'm going to do is take a 6x8, and I'm going to create a more, quote, traditional page here. And actually, today's a work day for me, and I won't do anything too exciting today. So what I'll probably do is I have a photo that I really like that I can print large, and maybe that's what I'll do for this page, because I kind of want to scrap. I showed you a while ago, I took a picture of this ornament with some that a friend gave me, and so I'd like to do that in a 4x4. And so I'm going to have to figure this out, because this is going to be a little bit more on the fly than I originally thought. So I think today I'm going to, hopefully Cherry on Top has those snap pockets that I need, and I will get those on order. All right, so I need a background here and that. And I was so excited because I was going to do an arrangement like this. And maybe that's what I'll do, is still do something like this and use a photo, a 3x4 card. So let's look at that. Oh, and look at this. Here's one that says favorite holiday eats. And we could do it like this. That's what I'm going to do. So here's a thing that says favorite holiday eats. Cute little, you know, cute little thing here, and I can talk about the bakery tour. Now I need a piece of paper to go behind that. And sorry, but I need to get rid of these off my desk. Okay, so most of this paper that'll be behind is going to be covered, so I want to keep that in mind when I'm doing this. But I'm thinking that because of all the red on this page, and there's a tiny bit of green here and a tiny bit of green here, that I think I would like to do a green piece of paper. And I love the green of this, so that's what we'll do, is we're going to do this green. Now, I'm also going to measure my pocket here just to see, because these are not always true to size. And okay, so if I did a 6, yeah, that will fit in there. It'll be a little bit shy of 6. And this is really more like, it's bigger than 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut this to 6 by 8 1/4, and I'm going to need to cut the 8 1/4 this way. interesting when you know, all of a sudden, oops, this is not quite what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. It'll add a little variety into my book. And I can guarantee you, just knowing me, I'm going to think, oh yeah, that was when I realized that I didn't have the full, that I didn't have enough of the page protectors, but that's okay. I'm the only one, well, you know, all, I don't know, 600 of you that are watching this or have subscribed if you are, but whatever, you guys will know and I will know, but no one else is going to know that. Okay, so there's that, and there's this. And I'm going to take this page protector out of my way here because that's complicating things a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe give myself space. Now, what the other thing I could do, I could have just cut this larger and just inserted it in without and made it bigger, so I could just punch holes in it and done it without this. But I have those, so I think I'll do this. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to bring this up here towards the top a little bit more. Or maybe even, let's do this. I'm going to bring this to the side even a little bit more. And then I'm going to use something there to embellish that piece there. Okay, so now my question is, this is pretty tight here. I could shave off a little bit more of this photo. Or bring them out to the edge. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to maintain the border that I have on the top over here and the bottom. And I don't have that photo on straight. So I might redo that. Okay, so that's, it's going to be one of those days, I guess. Okay, and I'm just again snugging this up to this side. I'm going to take this off, being a little bit careful. That actually came off pretty well. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure I like it. I think I'm going to go, well, let's see. How about this? I'm just kind of looking at margins here. So I have the same margin here and here and here and here approximately. And then I'll have some space here to play with die cuts and stickers and things like that. And I think I somewhere saw die cuts. Now I could do like this cookies. There's a cookies and milk die cut in here, and there's peppermint candies in here. So that could be a little bit fun. There's a cute little gingerbread thing here, which I should use on the actual page because there's a couple of gingerbread cookies that we got. So that I like. And then I'll want something, I think, to just go behind. And if I can find a smaller circle, I could use that for either the date or the sticker with the date on it. Let's see, this is my 'Tis the Season die cut pack here. I finally got tired of playing with the envelopes and pulled them out. I don't see a circle in this one, so let me grab my big old thing of die cuts here, which is crazy big. And I'm thinking green, maybe. And this would be nice if I just put the date in there. So that's what I'm going to do. This is probably going to be a fairly quick layout today, considering, yikes, considering that I missed, I didn't realize part of this. Okay, so I want to make sure that I've got the word December on there, which I do. Again, I've said this before, if I was scrapbooking a normal page, I would have popped this up to give this page a little bit more dimension, but because I'm doing my Christmas book, I'm not going to do that. And one of the things I noticed here is that I was leaving a little bit of a hole. There's a little bit of trap space there, but I'm not going to worry about that so much. Cut this date label off there, and then I'm going to go find a red alphabet, which I have a couple. I'm trying to find my bigger one to see if this 18 will work in here, and I'll have to use an L. I don't have a 1 in this set anymore. Let's take out this center. I actually am really liking the way this page started out, even though it's completely different than what I imagined when I realized I didn't have that pocket. Okay, I love that. Cool. All right, and I think I have that one down a little bit low. So I'm going to see if I can get it up without destroying the sticker, and the answer to that is no, so it's just staying there. Sometimes, folks, it just needs to be good enough. Okay, so I have that little embellishment there. I could put a little embellishment here, but I think what I'm going to do is wait on that. And the reason that is because I have a lot of writing to do here, even just to list the places that we went. So I'm going to leave this just like it is right now until my writing is on here. And as I've said before, I don't usually write with the camera on just because I want to take some time to do that. Sometimes this is one of those times where I really want to take some time to do that. So I'm going to do the writing. Look in the I'll have still shots at the end of the video, and at that point you might see a little bit more embellishment here, and maybe not. We'll see. Sometimes days go like that. All right, so a quick one today. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hey everybody, I am back again. I just shut the camera off and realized something I forgot to show you. So here's the two pages side by side. I haven't obviously done my writing because I just finished it. And I forgot to show you this, that I collected all this ephemera from the food tour yesterday. So there's a card from the donut shop. There's a card from the tour company about the different tours they do. This is a discount tour thing that they gave us, so I want to keep this in here because I'll know where to find it. I have the bag from the donut shop, and then I have a card from the pie place that we were at. And this, I may end up only using this sticker. I'm having a hard time getting the candy out of this donut, the donut bag. So I don't think I'm going to put that in. I'm just going to wait on this. But the rest of this, I'm going to punch holes in it, and we're going to stick it in my book. So let's do that quickly. And you've seen me do this a couple of times, and this like fits perfectly. And the good thing is I'm not going to mess up this card. Well, mess up. There's still going to be quite a bit of writing on this card. You'll still be able to read it pretty well here. You're going to have to guess at this one where it says old-fashioned, but I think we can guess that. So there's that one. I want to do this one in the same direction. And it's really basically the same size. So we're going to go back, put holes in this one. Okay. And then I'll pop a hole. Now this one obviously is not, is not big enough to do more than one hole. So that'll float around a little bit like I had a business card from another one. And this one I can just get here. So kind of look at that. And I want to keep this card, like I said, because there's a discount for another food tour. And my sister and I are talking about doing a food tour next spring. We started this whole thing. We did a food tour last year. She gave me it for my birthday of some restaurants in the area through this same company. Okay, so and then you get a discount off your next one, which is awesome. So let's kind of tuck this in, and I'll show you what this will look like when it's all done. So I think I'd like these announcing the food tour on the top. So we'll do that. And then we'll get my little discount code in here. And then I'm just going to have this float. So that'll all go like this. And what I could do if I decide that I don't like seeing all that stuff between these two because they're not related, is I could pop in a piece of vellum or something else, another piece of page to kind of hide that page. And I haven't used a vellum in a little bit, and maybe I'll do that because that's a lot of stuff there. And then you just open that, and then you open to this page. So if I do the piece of vellum, see, I said it was going to be a really quick layout, and then it ends up not being a really quick layout. I have that candy stripe vellum, and I think that would be perfect for this page. So I need to, again, I'm measuring here. So this is just a little bit under 7 here. So I'm going to measure this at about 6 3/4 by 8.5 high. So I'm going to want to get my 8.5 measurement first. I think I'm going to really like the way this looks when this is all done here. If I could get it cut. I'm having problems cutting over here. Okay. All right, so we have that measurement. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's a little thicker, well, nope, it's good. I was gonna say I thought it was a little wider. All right, back to my Crop-A-Dile. I love this tool at this time of year because I'm always punching extra holes in these pieces. Okay, so yep, this is where it's gonna go in. And what I might do, I just thought of something. Okay. And apparently I didn't punch that quite right. Must have been a little off. I'm going to punch this hole just a tiny bit bigger so that it works here. There we go. All right, so that's in. Now, I think I saw in my massive thing of die cuts something that said like sweet treats or something like that. I thought it was in this one. And oh my goodness, I just have too many of these little die cut things. Oh, I could just do this too. Which I like. That's a good spot for that too. It's so big, and it doesn't fit in the pockets. I think I might have been imagining that. I wonder if it's on a sheet. It might be on a sheet of paper somewhere too. Note to self, if I find something I really, really want to use, I probably need to look for it first. So there's a little one that says baking cookies. That might be what I was thinking of. I'm going to just check my little cut aparts here. Just to make sure, since I'm remembering it, but I'm not remembering it. I don't. I'm remembering it, but I think I don't really have it. I think I know there was a, there's a Sweet Treats one from the Let's Eat collection, which is part of this, part of Elle's Studio. Yeah, I think I was remembering the baking cookies. So this is good right here. And I think I'll like that on, even though you can, yeah, that's fine, even though I can see it from the back. I'm not going to get all crazy about stuff like that, except I am going to get a little bit crazy when my ATG balls up, because that you can see from the next side. Okay, just going to pop that on here. And now all this stuff is separated from the page before, and you kind of open it up. If you don't grab, because these things are smaller, you'll grab it like, you can grab it like that too. And now my question is, do I want to put some sort of little green piece on here? Oh, the stocking is cute, but I don't know that that is so fitting. That ornament is cute, and it's small. And actually, I'm going to use this one just because I like the shape of this a lot. There. So that's just a little, and I maybe I could hang one from that. No, I don't like that. I like just the single one. Okay. And now I have to get it off. All right. So now that's how this looks. Actually, I like that quite a bit. So we've got the Merry Christmas up there, and maybe what I want is a star up here. There we go. That I like better. It didn't feel balanced to me, and now it feels balanced because I have the green on each side, and it pulls in the green. One of the reasons I wanted the green is it pulls in this green from this heart here. So we have that. We have this, and then we have day 18, which I still have to journal on. So I will journal on that. And now I'm going to shut the camera off and say goodbye. I'm done. Bye.